Okay, so this guy has actually made it out okay. His name is Steven Yeun, and he got really famous really fast for The Walking Dead. But then when his character was killed off in season 6 viciously with a baseball bat, it was one of the most watched TV moments in history. But a lot of people said that was going to be his peak. He wasn't going to have a career after the show ended. But yeah, he proved those people wrong. And now I'm just wondering why it actually looks like he's the biggest alumni from the show. And Steven Yeun, pre-Walking Dead, had pretty much no experience, where the only credit he had to his name was doing one episode of Big Bang Theory. And even that was just a few months before Walking Dead started. Really what helped this guy out was people just loved his character on Walking Dead, where Glenn was by far the most moral person, where he doesn't kill anybody for the first 5 seasons he's on the show. And also at the same time, Walking Dead really didn't have many love interests besides this one couple right here, which people absolutely loved and fell in love with them on the show. Only what helped out this guy the most wasn't life, it was death, because at the beginning of season 7 his character was killed off, and pretty much everyone saw it coming because of the comics, but they were still pretty shocked by it, and it was one of the most watched events in TV history with 17 million viewers. It definitely helped because it's always good to have people want to ask for more. And another example of this is John Bernthal, who was killed off in the 2nd season of Walking Dead when the show was also really popular, and he's arguably the 2nd biggest actor from the alumni. On the other hand, you have Norman Reedus, who hasn't had that much success outside of Walking Dead, and the reason is because he's basically become the main character of the show, but the ratings have collapsed about 90%, and also at the same time, everyone just sees him as Daryl Dixon. And then Steven Yeun also had the benefit in 2013 that he played Juan in The Legend of Korra, playing the first Avatar, which was one of the most iconic characters in the series, and set him apart from other actors in The Walking Dead, making him a popular voice actor. It really has helped him because it has been a stable paycheck, where he's done shows like Invincible, and he also landed the role of Fire Lord Zuko, yes, Fire Lord Zuko, in the new Avatar: Last Airbender movie. Steven Yeun has also had another benefit with the rise of Asian actors in Hollywood, where in 2007, only 3% of speaking roles in movies and TV shows went to Asian actors, but now it's 16% because Steven Yeun built such a huge fan base on The Walking Dead. He's kind of the go-to guy that a lot of series like The Twilight Zone and other movies try to hire. For why Steven Yeun's really become the biggest Walking Dead actor, it has to do with the other actors maybe not performing as good as they could have, or just not wanting to perform, like Andrew Lincoln, for example, who left The Walking Dead and kind of took a break from acting for years to spend time with his family. And then also at the same time, Lauren Cohen didn't have the success people thought, where because she was very attractive and also a good actress, people thought she was going to be the breakout star from The Walking Dead, but she had some failures. She did Cloak and Dagger, which was a 1-season show, and she quit The Walking Dead for it, but then returned. And then also at the same time, she tried to make it in the DCEU, where there was supposed to be this whole idea for a Flashpoint movie featuring her as the female Joker, but that never happened either. And then there's also just age, where people really forget how old some of the members of the Walking Dead cast are, where Steven Yeun is young. He's 41 years old, and when he was killed off the show, he was still in his early 30s. But comparing that, Norman Reedus, who just finished his time with The Walking Dead, is 56 years old, so he might be looking just to retire. Still, that doesn't mean everything's perfect for Steven Yeun, where he was actually the first pick to play Sentry in the movie The Thunderbolts, but he ultimately had to pull himself back from that role because of contract issues involving the writer's strike and COVID, so he didn't get the part. Still, I think this is going to be Walking Dead's megastar, and with that, I'm Charles Peralta. Please subscribe to learn something.